young, and you're watching Shootin' Shit.
Hey, fucking Gage. I represent the Murder That Kill gang. You're watching Shootin' Shit. And if you're not watching Shootin' Shit, I'm probably in your house robbing you. So watch that shit or I'll rob your motherfucking house. MDK all fucking day.
So it's so soft.
Can I hear about the fucking soft hoodie?
Dude, you should have heard Captain Tism tell us about the fucking soft hoodie.
Well, yo, my man was going deep diving.
He sold it because he's like, you've got to feel how soft this hoodie is, man.
I literally asked him where the fucking programs were, and he was like, "Oh, programs. Well, see, here the thing was this, blah 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 blah. Hey, man, you gotta feel this hoodie. Like what?
Program that they got to look all over the place because they're not here anymore. But you've got to feel this hoodie.
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely on the nicer side of the spectrum, but he was there for sure, bro.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he was good. Honestly, most of the people we met, like I said, all good people.
99%. Besides the one that you heard and I didn't, thank God.
Yeah,
I was in too much of a fucking I'm almost dying here to have given a fuck about that bitch.
Yeah, you had to, take all the power and like, we gotta put all the auxiliary power, all the main power to the legs to keep it moving by the end of fucking world. I mean, I was right there with you. I was hurting, like, I still had a little reserve in the tank to pay attention to some stupid fucking piece of shit talking shit out there.
Which drives me wild because there was way worse out there, buddy. Way worse.
And we were nice. I want you to understand too. Like I was you knew how hurting I was by the end of the day because that's us walking out.
Yep,
dude, I had enough in the tank to go because my assumption was at first glance that girl was not there by herself. She was unwillingly brought by whatever fucking limp dick, fucking douchebag, fucking asshole that whoever was like dating that fucking piece of shit. So I was like, yo, fuck it. We'll throw down, man. It's been a while, but let's go. I don't give a fuck.
It's all right, man. At the first sign of trouble, I would have switched on fight mode and we would have put everything from the reserves into the fight. And we just have to get in the Uber.
You were in charge of the Uber, Javon. You were in charge of and even without having a fight break out, we still fucked the Uber up.
Still fucked the Uber up. Yeah, I have not told anybody besides the listeners and you guys about that story because it just does not paint us in the brightest light.
No, we look like a couple of dickheads. just absolute fucking dickheads.
Anyway, Sean, welcome back. How are you, buddy?
I'm good, man. How are you guys?
We're alive.
And the dickhead thing's a natural assessment. I mean,
it's normal, huh?
I'm just saying.
That's nice. That's real nice.
I'm glad you two girls had a good time.
Oh, thanks.
Oh yeah, we had a great time seeing your messages. Oh man, I really wish I would have came. I miss you guys. I wish I was there with you.
I did.
Fuck out of here. Like,
God damn
making fun of us. You would have been the biggest bitch out of the three of us.
I'm not making fun at all. I'm really glad you guys had a great time, man. I really, really am. I would have hated to think that would be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and it would suck. You know what I mean?
Oh, it didn't suck.
No, I'm dead serious, man.
Honestly, though, like, I can't.
I was looking for you in the crowd and shit, and let's be honest.
It's
not like we would need a telescope. You guys stand out. I should have been able to see you at least once. There's no roof on the motherfucker. I should have been able to see one of you.
Yeah, I was the big brown thing in 20-something, just fucking trying to fight the ladies' fupa behind me so I could fucking watch the fight.
Yeah. I took a picture. I found you in the crowd and I took a picture of you and circled you and sent it to you.
Yeah.
Like, I can see you, buddy.
He sent it to me and I started looking over like, where the fuck is he? And I just see.
There's me waving like a dickhead.
It's a new game called Where's Geraldo?
That's racist. Is it just me, or is anybody else's TikTok feed fucking say his name and he'll appear?
Yo,
I believe in Joe Hendry.
it got real annoying real fast.
Dude, it's everywhere. I can't even fucking look. My fucking For You page used to be booty shaking, grilling, and the occasional wrestling. Now it's fucking
Just
Joe
all dudes
Hendry.
with thongs for you, buddy.
Dude. No, it's to be honest, I've gotten into a loop the past 4 days. Like I've seen Mariah Mills more than I have any other human being on this planet.
Dude,
but
you're gonna go blind if you keep doing it.
it's on TikTok. It's not
I'm
fucking.
telling you, bro. That thing's got a shelf life. You better quit playing with it so much. You're gonna break it.
You're gonna fucking pop right off.
But
telling you,
anyway,
dude.
the Joe Hendry is getting out of hand. Is all I wanted to say.
Dude, my For You page is literally like 4 fucking videos with the Joe Hendry song, and then like 8 videos of fucking Royal Otis covering the Cranberries' "Linger." And I'm like, every time I watch them, like, fuck, man, it's such a good cover of that song. It's
I think
so
I only
fucking
got
good.
I only got one. It's that song "Try Jesus, Not Me."
I like that one
I love that fucking song, dude. Try Jesus, not me, baby.
because I throw hands.
Because I throw hands.
That's the shit. That is the shit. Gentlemen, we have got a little bit of stuff to cover tonight, man. Where do we want to go? Because I know Joey. Let's start here. Because Joey was excited after Mania 40. Philadelphia said they were coming out to make a push for another Mania soon. And then Nick Khan comes out and kind of shits on that and is like, hey, dude, we don't want to do Mania in an open arena in April again. If it's an open arena, we want to go in May. We prefer indoor arenas. Guys, they're messing with the secret sauce for WrestleMania. What do you think about it?
Well, we were talking about this a little bit before we got started. I think, the first weekend in April is WrestleMania weekend. I think we all know that. But Survivor Series used to be on Thanksgiving Day. And I can't remember. There was a couple other ones, like the Big Four were like the same time every year. One thing I've learned, man, when you get to this point in life is there's change. It's always going to be change. And I understand, loving traditions, but, at some point, you got to think about what you're doing. They're doing 2 nights in an outdoor arena, and you guys were there. You were all fucking bundled up and triple layered up and fucking donut glazed and every fucking thing else. And
Dude, that
they're out there.
was so cold, man.
Dude, and they're out there in their fucking underwear, titties out, fucking balls out. Just come on, dog. I get it. Like, I get it. There's a reason why the Super Bowl is always somewhere warm or in a dome. Because you don't want weather to affect your performances and stuff. So I get that. I know there's going to be hardcore fans that'll be like, no, fuck, you can't change. You're killing the business. Da 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 da. It's a new business, kids. We're back to pro wrestling now.
It's true.
So, if it gets moved, it gets moved. It doesn't really affect nobody. You're just going to wait, another 4 weeks or whatever than you would longer than next year. I mean, the 2 spots they're looking at next year is Las Vegas and Minnesota.
Yep.
And
big time domes.
I think Vegas has got a big shot of getting that, obviously, because of TKO. And to be honest with you, I was telling Joe Vaughn this too. And Joey, I'd like to get your thought on it. I could see somebody negotiating with WWE that, hey, let's sign a contract where you do WrestleMania here 3 years in a row. Like they do TV contracts or whatever, like booking WrestleManias as an annual thing. It's going to happen at some point. Somebody, some industrious casino owner or whatever who has the money, like Jerry Jones in Dallas. Like I could see Jerry Jones going, you can have it here for 3 years in a row. Da 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 da.
All right, a few things. Number one, this is a business to make money. We've said this a million times past few weeks with like AEW and all the bullshit. And honestly, it was the most profitable WrestleMania of all time.
Ever. All time. Yeah. And the next one will be bigger.
maybe. Don't know if it'll be
Dude,
bigger.
there's no way
dude.
that
The
no
story
way-
was the story this year.
I mean, no. I'm not talking about the wrestling, the storylines. I'm talking just flat numbers.
Right.
Numbers
What do you
and
think?
money.
What do you think drove the numbers? That's what I'm getting at.
Well,
And
that's
so am
I
I.
understand that, but mainly everybody shows up. Have you ever been to watch the Super Bowl game where the stadium was not completely packed?
I get you,
Right,
but
because
listen,
everybody watches Super Bowl, everybody watches Mania.
but here's the thing. So this is what I'm getting at. The East Coast is a better spot for WrestleMania. That's been kind of proven and established, I think, because you have more of the Europe side. Jovan and I saw that firsthand. And these people paying huge, ridiculous amounts of money for this whole experience and willing to do it more because it's going to be an easier way to travel instead of like traveling to like the West Coast, for instance.
Those guys were talking
I'll
about
say
10-hour flights like it was nothing, bro. They were happy to do a 10-hour flight to get to fucking Philly.
Yeah. So my thing is this: money talks, and obviously everybody knows Philly is a great wrestling market. You kind of forget about it because the big show like Mania hasn't been there in a long time. But then when it happens, you get to see how fucking crazy it gets, which is really great. I don't have a problem with changing Mania. Move the Royal Rumble to the last day of January or like the first weekend of February. Okay. Move the Royal Rumble to the week between the fucking playoffs and the Super Bowl. Move the Royal Rumble there because you're going to have a lot of traction, a lot of people on that 2-week football break to get to the Super Bowl, and it's going to move it closer. And then you move Mania to like the first weekend or second weekend in May. Probably the first one will be best because of Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? Mother's Day is usually the middle of the month and shit like that. And Memorial Day is going to be at the end of the month. So do it like the first weekend in May. And then you can have it anywhere. You're not worried. I mean, obviously, you're always going to worry about rain and shit like that in an outdoor setting. But the outdoor setting is great. I mean, I'm sure a giant dome would be cool. But then you can't see like the scumbags of Philly, like, you know, you realizing how like bad Aramark treats their employees. They got some motherfucker with a plane flying around with a sign saying, "Hey, Aramark, pay your fucking employees."
I had a kid all night long. What does that say? And the dad's like, "They're protesting, son. They're protesting.
They're protesting. Shut up.
Shut up. Watch the matches." Yeah.
Jovan's like, "Oh, are you taking your cup with you?" I'm like, "You're goddamn right. I'm taking my cup. That was my $16 soda pop in a special cup. That shit's going home."
Hey, I've got 2 cups
right now.
I got the normal Mania cup, and then I've got the fucking Philadelphia cup from when we did Raw.
From Wells Fargo. Yeah. You got the Philly cup too, which is cool.
It's a pretty badass cup, yeah.
Yeah. Like, so, like, I mean, you can't deny it. It made huge amounts of money. It's a great hub. It's a great market. I just don't see the point of eliminating outdoor. It's much easier to move everything around.
Yeah.
By a few weeks, it's not going to hurt the product. You still have your Royal Rumble as the start of the road to WrestleMania. If you shift it out, I think it's a smart business move. And honestly, though, I think the idea of a place hosting for a couple of years is actually it's a pretty solid idea.
I thought
You
so.
know, I like, you know, they'll do like 2 to 3 years, you know, nothing more than that. Because you're going to want to tap different markets. You know what I'm saying? You're going to want to go West Coast. You're going to want to go East Coast. You know, like, hey, fuck, what do we say? Vegas and Minnesota, right?
Yeah. Next 2 possible.
Yeah, I mean, Minnesota's got a fucking great stadium up there.
And it's a dome.
Nice Midwest. Yeah, they got a Midwest dome up there. It's pretty good. So, fuck, man. I say it's pretty good because the Birds won a fucking Super Bowl there, motherfuckers. But yeah, I just think you can't take away that business and that atmosphere. I mean, a lot of wrestling, and I mean, combat sports were built on a foundation of fighting outdoors. I mean,
it's an arena it's an arena sport, man. Ever since the beginning of time, it's been an arena sport.
Exactly. I mean, you want to get real fucking Go back to the fucking Coliseum, the Gladiator.
That's what I'm
days.
saying, dude. We're living in modern day Rome. This is modern day Rome.
Yeah, and then look like the boxing champions of the 20s and 30s, you know, fighting in outdoor fucking arenas. That's the only place that could house them.
Yeah.
You know,
Dude, how cool would it be if we could do a Mania inside the actual fucking Coliseum? Like if they made that shit to where people could actually do an event in that bitch.
Didn't Dana at one point say he always wanted to have a UFC event there?
I'd love it.
That'd be fucking great.
They can't do it. The historical significance of that spot.
No, can't do it because after fucking Papa Dana fucked me over on Fight Island because they hyped up Fight Island during COVID so much, and I was so pumped. I was like, yeah, just get this private little island and let these motherfuckers put the cage out on the fucking beach, dude. Let's go. I was about it. And then it's
that
like,
shit would have ended up like the Condemned, man. Fucking
yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. I would have been about that shit. But no, we get fucking Fight Island, and it's like a fucking, you know, it's a fucking storage facility out in
The middle of Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, like, come on, man. Which, Jesus Christ. Give me
They did the weigh-ins and everything by the beach side, but the fucking fights were held in a fucking storage container.
Yeah, dude. Like, it was like a storage container built for like smuggling immigrants in and out. Like it was like you know, some fucking migrant workers were herded into that thing beforehand.
Keep it down there.
And then all of a sudden, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we can repurpose this for fucking UFC fucking fight cards and COVID. Jesus. Just scrub off the fucking dead migrant worker smell off the wall.
That's what I was going to say. 7 people died trying to gain their freedom. We're going to hold fights here.
Yeah. I saw a guy eat another guy in this container, and now it's like, oh, look, Max Holloway's fighting here. Cool. Fucking buffers in a fucking gold jacket. Like bro. that dude ate one of his kids.
Oh my god!
Gerald ate one of his kids.
Speaking of UFC, man, did you watch that last card? I was working at the bar. The last Max Holloway
fucking card in a very long time.
Like Max is a fucking beast. Here's the thing, and I just had this conversation today. Literally just had this conversation with our good friend Johnsky on the phone about
Johnsky.
It was like fucking. You have to remember, like people are like, "Oh man, Max when he had a tough stretch." People are like, "Oh, he's washed up. He's getting too old." He's not too old. Motherfucker's in the prime of his career right now. You forget though, he's been in the fucking cage since he was like 19 or some shit.
19 years old. Yeah, fuck yeah.
And he reminded me of that on the phone
for a couple years before that.
Yeah, he reminded me of that on the phone, and I was like, fuck, you're right. He's just one of those anomalies because you typically don't see dudes in the UFC making their debuts to like maybe their mid-20s because they're going to get the regional, they're going to get the AM fights in, then they're going to get the regional fights in. They'll get recognized somehow, get signed on, whatever. But, you know, a dude like Max, who's just 19-year-old kid, and now he's been in the game. Now he's what, 33?
He is
32.
I know his record is now 20.
He is 32.
He's 32 years old. That kid's going into the prime of his career because 32 to 35, you really have the prime of your fight career. 36, 37, you're declining. Like that's just the game. That's what it is. So he's going into his fucking prime, and he looked like a murderer.
Yeah, oh, dude.
Against a dude, and Gaethje, who I love. I honestly love. That was for me. It was going to be fight of the night, no matter what. Yeah. But Gaethje's a dude who loves to get hit. He's one of those dudes who just like you got to beat him the fuck up. He's got to see his own blood before he does anything. Yeah. And Max pieced him up. Max won that. Dude. Max was winning that fight 4-0 before the 5th round.
Yeah,
dude. There was one of my buddies there at the bar, and he kept talking about, dude, this Holloway guy is going to get knocked out. I was like, dog, you don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, and that's the thing. That slide that Joey's talking about, the 3 losses in a row, what's the fucking Volkanovski?
Dude,
Alexander the Great, dude.
The Great, the one guy that a lot of people beat. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's not like he was losing to bums. It's the fucking Alexander the Great.
Here's my point, dude. Everybody knows in the fight game, there's that one guy.
Yep, that whoop your ass no matter what.
You might be able to fucking smash everybody else, but there's that one guy.
And that's the same thing, though.
That just takes you to task. You know,
he lost earlier in his career to Poirier, and that's who his other loss in that stretch was too. Poirier and Alexander the Great.
I also want to prove my point here that Volk now is on a skid, and he got knocked out by Poirier.
Yeah,
Volk's 35, so that just tells you where his level. So that means he fought Max in that 31 to 35 range.
That prime
where he was in his prime. So so Max
also
ran up against the buzzsaw because Volk at that time was like one of the top pound for pound fighters in the world.
Yeah. He was the man. Yeah.
So Max lost to him, but still is out here like beating a who's who fucking of top tier fighters.
He retired the fucking Korean Zombie. All right.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That man is not only a legend. 100%. He was a monster.
100%. Yeah.
So yeah, dude.
And just I mean, 1 second to go, dude, and you drop. It's like it was like a computer rebooting, man. I mean, he was just 1 minute he was up and boom. I mean, it was ugly.
600K, dude. 600K.
But I mean, you gotta give both those guys a hand at the end there. Max knew the only way he could lose that fight is if he gets knocked out. Yep. He still said, come on, let's get in the middle. Let's go. And he's pulling him in. And Gates knew that was his only shot. Fucking swing away, baby. That's how you're supposed to fight it out. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a brutal knockout. I mean, that like, his legs are twitching and every fucking thing else. But
I've seen it so many times too. It's like, yo, if this man points down at the fucking center of the cage, just turn around and run. Do not engage that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because I want to put in perspective this. Like you know, most people haven't really been properly punched in the face. Right? I've been punched in the face.
I try to make that happen as often as I can properly.
I've gotten tagged in the face by guys who have fought on UFC undercards.
Yeah.
I know what it feels like to get hit by a professional fighter. My thing is this. That's a dude who went 4 rounds, right? Won 4 rounds. Was on his way to winning the 5th round, by the way, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was going to be a 50-45 decision. And I would have been okay with that because it was still a hell of a fucking fight, man.
Yeah.
Max looked sharp. Max looked better. Gaethje got his shots in. Still fucking,
It wasn't one-sided as in Gaethje wasn't fighting. He was fighting, but Max was
fighting. Max was
on another level. Right. Yeah. Right. So I wanted this perspective to be this, though. 24 minutes and 50 seconds went by of just beating the shit out of each other.
Mm-hmm.
I know, like, back in the days when I would, spar and train and have, like, good times like that, like, you realize how long a round is. You have a new perspective for how long 3 minutes are, how long 5 minutes are, and it changes your fucking mindset, the concept of time completely. So I know 24 minutes and 50 fucking seconds is a long fight. It's a fucking eternity. That's a lifetime when you are fucking trying not to get knocked out and also trying to knock out or submit your opponent in front of you.
Yeah.
Knowing that this is your livelihood. This is how you make money. This is your job. That man was like, we're going to finish it right here and swing. That dude didn't have to do that. That's a guy who wants to do that. He wants to, has a fucking urge and desire to.
Yeah.
That shit is the thing that you cannot teach. You can learn boxing, you can learn kickboxing, you can learn fucking jujitsu, you can learn judo, you can wrestling, any type of martial art you want. That shit though, you either have that or you don't.
Yeah.
Like I put that on the level of Rory McDonald, Robbie Lawler, when Robbie broke the fuck out of Rory's nose. And dude, they're fucking screaming at each other face to face, like at the end of a round. Rory's covered in blood. His nose is so destroyed and mangled. And it literally, he went to what that fight got stopped in the last minute.
Yep.
When he finally like took enough damage to where he just couldn't even stand up anymore. His nose was beaten in that bad.
He looked like that pig guy from fucking Hannibal Lecter. He's all just, that's how fucking bad he whooped his ass.
It was fucking brutal. And you just got to think, like, that guy kept going till like his literal body stopped and was like, you physically cannot take any more damage. And his body quit because of that. And that's not a knock saying that he quit. That's just like, dude,
he fought till he couldn't.
Your average male, and this is going to offend so many fucking people, but your average male is not a fucking UFC fighter. Your average male does, and they talk a lot of shit. Oh, I'll beat your ass. I'll do this. I'll do that. All that kind of stuff. But your average male gets their fucking nose busted in one shot like that, and they're crumpling on the ground. And that's a fact, and that's the truth.
That's why I aim for the nose.
It takes a lot.
It is, dude. It is.
I mean,
it's good to
takes
know,
a lot for that guy to quit, and for his body to quit. I don't even say that Rory quit. I say his body quit.
His body gave out on him.
Yeah.
But dude,
that kind of mental ability, regular people don't understand that shit.
No.
Like, I train with dudes like that, but that's not me either, and I'll fully fucking admit that. I'll do what I have to do, and I have a high pain tolerance, and I get the shit kicked out of me and keep going. But like, I watch shit like that, but that's in a different scenario. That's in a life or death. That's in a, hey, I'm stuck here. This is my only way out. That's not me providing for my family.
Yeah, no, I get it.
That's a whole different.
I mean, you gotta remember, dude, these guys aren't, when they say they're fighting for their lives, that's not a dramatic statement. Literally, their life and the comfort level of their life depends on the money that they make in this game. And one of the things that Muhammad Ali always said was, I miss the crowds, I miss the hype, I miss the fights. He goes, I do not miss the training. What these guys do and what they put themselves through to make weight, to be ready to, dude, your cardiovascular training, high altitude, low oxygen, it's almost as more intense than the fight. Some guys lose the fight because of the way they trained.
They train. Everybody ever in fucking shoot box for the UFC. The Brazilian fuckers were killing each other in training that they were making into fights.
Yeah, I mean, and that's like, you guys wrestled. Did either one of you wrestle in school?
I didn't. I didn't start wrestling until I was in my 20s, training at a gym, and I was just like wrestling with old.
Well, I mean, we had a wrestling team, but it was just me. I was literally the only. I wrestled my wrestling coach was my woodshop teacher, and no, dude, he used to stretch the shit out of me. He was a tough old bastard, smoked Marlboro Reds. He's standing over you, a cigarette hanging off his lip, telling you to get the fuck now. Come on, get out of it. Come on. And then he'd just cinch up,
I need to warn you that this is going to get clipped up so bad. And it's going to get posted, because that whole part is gold.
Well, dude.
Fucking timestamp that bitch right there.
Well, dude, my dad taught me. The funny thing is, my dad taught me how to box. My wood coach my woods teacher taught me how to wrestle. It was just two old, mean, angry fuckers just taking their anger out on me all the time. But
did anybody teach you how to love?
Yeah. Her name was Becky.
It's always a Becky. Gentlemen, UFC.
And he was a postal worker.
He smoked Marlboro Reds. He was a real motherfucker.
He was a real Can't make love without the smell of Marlboro Reds no more.
I don't even smoke, but when I get done, I go outside and light a red in memory.
I just want to smell it.
Smells like a job well done.
Smells like my old shop teacher. Smells like my old shop teacher straddling me.
He used to really stretch me out.
Really stretched me out. He lay down the mats real nice.
Pretty rude, man. That's really fucked up how you took such a caring and wonderful relationship and turned it into pedophilia. I hate you both.
Well, I mean, look,
the school didn't know we had a
every
wrestling
relationship
team.
has its ups and downs. Every relationship is built on love and trust. And, it's not all about performance in the bed, but, it does count and does help, right? Or, excuse me, your performance on the mat,
I'm not listening to you anymore, man.
You got the double Diddy special going? What's going on, man? the allegedly the Diddy story?
Bad boy for life.
Yeah. Sean was bad boy before it was cool.
No.
Oh, shit. This went sideways. UFC 300, gentlemen, great card. One of the best cards they've ever put on. Even that end of year showing Saudi, which was killer. This was better. We have a lineup of killer matches coming up. 301, Pantoja, Ekrig. I think that's how you say that. He's fucking Australian or New Zealand, one of those two.
Fucking dude. Whatever.
Islam Makhachev against Dustin Poirier for that belt. Hope Poirier wins that. And the notorious one on 303, Conor and Chandler.
Conor gonna get his ass knocked up.
Best part is I knew about those main events like weeks ago.
Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic.
I got something really great for you. I got another spoiler like that for you.
That Philadelphia delinquent we call a friend.
I got another spoiler for you tonight too about something upcoming in a certain fight league that is going to be very interesting. But I'll tell you off air.
Oh, PFL speculations.
Because we might have to have Johnsky on to break that because he's like, I ain't signed no fucking NDA. I don't care. That shit.
Let me tell you what. If PFL wants to spend cash, I'll step in the ring right now against fucking Ngannou. I don't give a goddamn. Let's go, Francis.
I'm not talking about. I'm talking UFC, dog.
Oh,
there's something big for UFC coming. So I'll fill you guys, and maybe we'll have him on so he can break that shit before it goes public because there's still some time before it does.
So,
all right, what we got next? Come on.
Well, next, Sean.
What are you in a rush for?
He's got to go.
30 minutes.
He's got you for 30 minutes.
Yeah, dickhead with your unbranded hat, you fucking weirdo.
Here we go. It's going to be a Chicago hat.
That fucking condom coming off that head right there.
Got better?
That's a tight fit. What's that say, buddy?
Impact Wrestling, man.
What is that? That's no longer in business.
That's not.
I know. That's why I'm still wearing it. Well, I bought it at the last fucking pay-per-view they had before they changed the fucking name.
Somebody needs to read the dirt sheets. Actually, I can't say anything because Jovan was there at fucking Final Battle for the Ring of Honor show, and like they were like, dude, I got like 6 t-shirts, a fucking hat, like I got the fucking beanie hat. I think
he got everything,
dude. I got like a fucking trash bag full of stuff, and the girl was like, it's like $20 bucks. I was like, here.
Joe basically went to her and said, "Where's my size?" She pointed it out, and he just scooped everything into a bag.
Boom, boom, boom. All the t-shirts were like $2 or $3.
Yeah,
like, that's amazing.
Dude, it was when they weren't going to come back.
Dude, I got that Darewolf shirt. I don't know. Did I tell you the story? I got the Darewolf shirt, right? The PJ Black shirt. And he was there in that fucking multi-match towards the beginning. And afterwards, everybody's kind of walking around, but he was walking on the side. And I yelled at him and I held the shirt up. He literally came over. He came all the way back across the ring when everybody was leaving towards the entryway. Yeah. He was like, you got my shirt. I was like, hell yeah, man. He's like, come on, let's get a picture. I was like, okay. So I was like, yeah, I paid $2 for that time right there.
Nice.
Awesome.
What's going on?
Fucking shout out Darewolf though. I fucking love him, man.
Yeah, one of the best South African wrestlers out there.
Hands down.
Well, you guys, we've pulled back the layers on UFC. We've talked a little bit of everything so far. Let's transition back to some wrestling. I'll give you the option. Do you want to talk about Sheamus or do you want to talk about WCW?
I want to talk about both.
Well, which one do you want to talk about first?
Let's
talk
do Sheamus first and get it out of the way.
Yeah, let's talk about CMOS here.
That's what she said. Sheamus has been getting fat shamed since coming back from a terrible, terrible neck injury that may have fucking ended his career if he didn't put in the work to get into the shape he's in now. What do you guys think about the thick Sheamus?
Well,
First
first
of all,
leave the motherfucker alone. Who gives?
Yeah, who gives a fuck, man? Here's the thing about the fat shaming with him, right? Dude just looks like he just hasn't started his cut yet. Like, he doesn't look
exactly how he looks.
I mean, I spent a lot of time in the gym back in the day. I know Sean does. Javon's seen in LA Fitness a time or two. He knows. Like, come on.
Don't buy a couple.
No, seriously, like all of us know this. Like, dude,
Play
like
football.
that's a dude who's bulked up and getting ready to do his cut and just drain out. Like, that's what he looked like. And then he finally responded and said he wasn't supposed to return until the fucking draft.
Yeah.
So they brought him back a couple weeks ahead of schedule. So he hasn't cut it down yet. Big fucking deal. And watch, in 3 weeks, he's going to look like normal Sheamus. More important thing about this, though, I want to say this is why I jumped in. I thought his trunks were more interesting than the extra weight he was carrying. Because if you don't know, those trunks, he was wearing shorts instead of regular wrestling tights that he always wears. Yeah. And they were from fucking Venom. The same company who makes all the shorts for the UFC, who is like, that's their primary gear sponsor now. They left Reebok. That deal expired. Now they have Venom making really great stuff. Because I used to have a lot of Venom stuff back in the day.
I got some Venom stuff right now.
Dude, that snake logo was badass.
It's badass.
Dude, yeah, I fucking love that shit. I had some grappling shorts and shit from them that I loved. Quality products always. But that is, to me, a lot more of that bleeding one into the other. And, oh, wow, cool. They made, and it had the WWE logo on it. It had Sheamus's fucking colors and logo and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's something that's going to get tested more and more. Certain people are going to be able to.
I wouldn't mind the brawlers having that, dude. Like your fighters, I wouldn't mind that at all.
Sheamus is probably like one of the perfect picks for that kind of, give him a little bit of that MMA gear. Because really, for a while, the only person doing it was Brock.
Yeah.
Brock's since he came back to WWE in 2012, 2013? 2013.
He had
right?
sponsors, yeah.
Yeah, he's got his sponsors on his fucking MMA style fight shorts.
So, Roman signed that deal with the Jordan brand, man. So he.
Oh fuck, that's. I don't.
I need the. About that because I need the air acknowledge me's. Yeah.
That shoe that they designed for him that he wore in WrestleMania is fucking sick. If they ever go on sale, I will own a pair of those bitches.
Me too.
I think the deal with Sheamus, though, is like you said, he came back early. Anybody that knows that guy knows that his entire life is training. He literally has a YouTube channel dedicated to him biking, hiking, working out, different training regimens.
With a lot of other wrestlers.
With a lot of other wrestlers. So, that's just the WWE. Dude, if you want to talk about somebody being fat, Chris Jericho was fat for a year and a fucking half. And I felt like I was the only one complaining about it. Jericho was fat. Sheamus is 20 pounds away from being, oh my God, ripped. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about.
Jericho is almost certified AARP, dude.
What a fucking statement. That's like what conspiracy theory type screaming out the window. Oswald was framed. Jericho is fat.
Nobody said shit. You know,
Title
he was
of
walking
the
around.
episode.
Well, I
Jericho.
know, man, but I would have let it go sooner. But he was basically walking around going, "It's my character. I'm a has-been rocker." No, dude, you're a fat fucking wrestler. That's what you are. That's your gimmick. You can say it's because of that, but we both know you just started eating and quit training. Period.
No, it doesn't bother me. I just think it's like a little fucked up because everybody goes, "Oh shit." I don't know. I just look at it from the point of view as like when I saw him, I was like, He's in the middle of they re-debuted him before he got to his cut. He's in the middle of a fucking bulk, dude. Like
it looks like water weight.
Yeah. I didn't. I mean, when he walked out, I went, "Yep, he's got a little weight on him," but it wasn't like I was like, "Oh my god, look how fat!" It ain't like he was Buddy Rose, dude. He walking out 330 pounds with his blowaway.
You're like, welcome back, Sheamus, and you got fucking Adrian Adonis rolling out. Like, you're like,
well, that's what they're acting like, man. I mean, it's still fucking Sheamus, man.
Dude? Yeah.
He's got a little fat on his stomach, but the motherfucker still has abs. What are you complaining about?
Dude, yeah, it's not like he came out there with a fucking couple, like a fucking bra with double D's. I mean, dude, still fucking. He's just a big, strong boy. He's been at home. He's been eating fucking comfort food.
And he just got married to a beautiful fucking woman. I know what he's been doing.
Talk about the dichotomy and just the craziness of the wrestling fan. The fans are quick to fucking chant meat. They love big, meaty men slapping meat. But Sheamus comes out not looking like Sheamus, and he's a little thicker, and it's all of a sudden, oh, fucking Sheamus is fat.
Well, I'm gonna quote the great Roy Kent. Some people think just because they buy a ticket, they have a right to say whatever the fucking abusive shit they want to say. The internet, the keyboard, the fucking safety of that. Everybody can talk shit now and get away with it. So a few thousand people jumped on the bandwagon and started calling Sheamus fat. Another 20,000 came to his defense. The LGBTQ community threw their blanket in there. The NAACP showed up. The United Nations said what they had to fucking say. Fox ran shut the fuck up, dude. He's in a fucking bulking. Anybody that works out knows that. It's completely and totally beyond me how fucking ignorant people are and then think that they can comment on shit that they don't know about. I don't know what it's like giving birth. I can tell you that I watched a video, but I have never passed a human through my vagina because I don't have one. It'll never be an experience I'll ever understand. So I am not qualified to speak on such things. So I don't.
I just have so much to unpack right now.
There's so many TikToks to make out of this episode.
We go from Roy Kent because I was there with you, and we just somewhere.
Well, dude, it's true, man. I mean,
lost our way.
Wrestling fans are like that crazy chick that you shouldn't be sticking your dick in, but you do because it's just so much goddamn fun. But there's going to be a rabbit boiling on your stove by the time you get back home because you didn't kiss her goodbye long enough or say the prettiest words. That's wrestling fans. That's wrestling fans.
That stripper with daddy issues that you shouldn't take home, but you know,
bro.
Yeah, bro. Now that we're past memory time, fellas, because everybody, the look in our eyes, we fucking went there. We knew exactly.
Has a really terrible story.
Everybody, when everybody gets quiet, that means everybody's thinking about that one time.
Fuck.
WCW experiences, gentlemen. WCW, why not? We're talking about bad decisions, man. This is some bad decisions. If you're watching the feed, you can see here we have the pay scale from 1996 to 2000 on who made what in WCW. It is not the full list. If you want the full list, fucking Google it. It's too fucking big for us to put on the screen.
I know, but the bottom half is where I had issue with.
I was trying to find the bottom half, but I could only find the top half.
The top half. But
go back up. Hold
shout out Haku making some bank, dog. Fucking
go
grand
down
total
to
892,000 from 96 to 2000. Good on you, Haku. fucking
want a
Dean
point.
Malenko just shy of $1 million.
Yeah, look who's right above Dean Malenko.
Kevin question mark.
Kevin question vacant. That's who's above.
No. So I
am
take
disgusted
it
with
down.
this list though.
Take it down, Jovan. So
I
that's
am
Kevin
disgusted
Green,
of
bro.
seeing that.
You remember Kevin Green, middle linebacker for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Was he
Oh,
blonde?
was that who that was supposed to be
Long
on that
blonde.
list?
That's who that
hair.
was. Okay, when you said it the first time,
R.I.P.
He
I
had
didn't
3
register.
matches. He had 3 matches in WCW, and his big moment was he had tagged with Steve McMichael against the Horsemen, and McMichael turned on Kevin Green, and that's how Steve Mongo got into the 4 Horsemen. 3 matches, 1.6 million. 3 matches. Dusty's like way the fuck down there, dude.
Dude, yeah, here's my point. In 1 year, in 1999 alone, Master P made more money from WCW than Dusty Rhodes did from 1996 to mid 2000 when that list ended.
Isn't that ridiculous?
And I was like, and look, I'm not gonna lie, it was like
Woo-woo!
it's like a difference. If it's a difference of like what 10 grand maybe or something like that, but the fact of the matter is one of the goats, one of the greatest of all time to ever do it, made less money than Master P, who showed up really for like the fucking No Limit storyline and then was just gone. Like that was
he never wrestled. He was man, and none of those guys ever stuck.
No, because what happened was fucking Kurt Hennig happened with the whole rap is crap, which was supposed to be the fucking heels. No Limit was supposed to be the baby faces in that feud, but the crowd was like, yeah, fuck that. Rap is crap. We want to hear fucking the song. And there's fucking, Kurt Hennig and who was it was fucking Barry Windham with him.
Yeah.
The West Texas Rednecks. Remember that?
I mean, let's think about that booking. An Atlanta-based company thought it was a good idea to put 3 gangster rappers together and make them baby faces in Atlanta, Georgia. Come on.
I mean, it was probably the wrong side of Atlanta at the time.
That's my point.
The wrong side of Atlanta.
Yeah, the studios wasn't on that side of Atlanta.
If it was Atlanta now, they'd be baby faces. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
If I could update that with like
modern day crime time,
fucking Killer Mike and run the jewels, they'd be fucking baby faces left and right. But that fucking list is so
offensive.
Wild.
It's offensive.
Hollywood Hogan making $13 million over 4 years.
Well, dude, everybody knows that Hogan was going to make his nut.
Oh, that's for sure. But you know what?
I mean, he
changed the industry. Liked or not, he changed the industry.
Dude, you also got to put this into perspective. That's 1.3 million in 1996 to 2000 money. What the fuck does that transfer over to today?
Give me a second and I'll look.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know.
Our fucking insider trading fucking degenerate gambling guru.
I'm pretty sure he don't have that now. I think Linda's got like 60% of that money.
Nah, Bubba has it now. The little sponge.
Oh,
yeah. So that is the equivalent of 1.9 billion today.
Dude, so tack another 700K on that. Fucking almost.
Yeah.
Right? 600K?
Yep.
That's over $500,000 more. Dude, that's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
But hey, there's some guys that, like, for me, if I see a guy like Dean Malenko that was making that kind of money back then, fuck yeah. Good on that, man.
Yeah.
There was a lot of dudes on that list that I thought, there's a handful that I thought were way overpaid. There's a handful that I thought were way underpaid. But then there's a handful that I was like, fucking good for you, dude. Like,
yeah.
Like, there's a fucking you deserve it chant in there for a few guys.
Disco Inferno made some pretty good money there, and he wasn't worth a fuck.
I mean,
Disco was robbing the place, dude.
The one that gets me, man.
I'm trying to see.
We lost you there.
We lost you there, Bubba.
I'll tell you what gets me is Buff Bagwell. Buff Bagwell made
1.3 million.
Yeah, sorry. Oh yeah, I said that for Hogan. I meant to say almost what was it? 13 million he made.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's 13 million in 90s money?
Let's just go with the billion again. I'm not gonna look back on that. It was a lot of fucking money.
It was a lot of fucking money.
I would say it's probably closer to like 17, 18 million.
Yeah,
time.
It's a lot of fucking money.
Fucking.
But there was a lot of guys at WCW that was making money that shouldn't have been making money, man.
Yeah, Scott Hall is mine on there. It's a lot of fucking pills. Respectfully, I don't like
Dude,
to
I get that, but they didn't. The Scott Hall they got and the Scott Hall
that they're paid for was not the same. Scott Hall.
I agree with you there, but
they were paying for Razor Ramon and they got fucking.
Dude, it's their own fault when you only do TV. They don't travel.
Yeah,
that is way too much fucking free time for people with that kind of money.
Yeah.
Me, you, and him, they'd be stacking us like logwood if we was living that life.
Have you guys watched Fallout on Prime?
No.
Have you watched the Fallout series on Prime yet?
No. I hear it's good.
First of all, fucking amazing. Like, it's one of my favorite games anyway, but it's fucking amazing. But all I love is the fucking Walton Goggins, who plays the fucking ghoul, Cooper Howard / the ghoul in it. And he gets hit with a tranq dart and he just pulls it out. He's like, has a tiny drop in a very, very, very large bucket of drugs. And it did not affect him. And I heard him say that in the show and I laughed. And then, we're talking about Scott Hall. Yeah, but that's a whole lot of pills.
What was that one story where he said it was Shawn Michaels and him?
He fucking
they were in the
on the airplane.
Hotel. No, that was it. They were in a hotel room and Ray said, "Hey kid," and he goes, "What, Ray?" So he goes, "Your heart's still beating?" He goes, "Hold on." Yeah. He goes, "All right, take this."
My favorite one is he was passed out. They wheel him in a fucking wheelchair onto a plane. He flies. They wheel him off, and then he wakes back up. They're like, he always kicked out.
Well, dude, he got so many times too. They said like he was always the one that they would get, like they would drop a Soma in his beer. It's like he would forever they would drug. I mean, they would do that to each other on purpose, as a fucking prank. That's why when he was on you don't hear a lot about him on the fucking plane ride from hell, because they said when they talked to him about it, he was like, "Dude, I was passed out the entire fucking thing. I don't remember any of it,
bro.
I was drugged out.
I was completely." And they said that too, like he was in that chair, fucking out the entire time until the stewardess comes over and tried to wake him up, and he was like, "Hey, baby," and that's how he fucking
pilled to the gills.
That's it.
He didn't give a
Just
fuck.
pilled, yeah, dude.
Dude, that's wild shit, man. The fucking, and that's the funniest thing. That's the funniest thing to me is like current wrestling fans, right? So pissed off. I was gonna drop this one. So pissed off about the whole fucking. Can you believe CM Punk struck Jack Perry? He pushed him and he got him, pulled his head down, and like, dude, this is the wrestling business. Every old timer wrestler is like, yeah,
that's how you do business.
That was nothing.
Yeah, that's how you do business, yeah.
And here's the best part about it.
He's lucky he didn't run his mouth like that to Harley Race.
Oh, God.
That's the thing, though. So if they were having a heated discussion like that, pay attention in that video to everybody around them. Guys like Samoa Joe and everybody who are just like, whatever, this shit happens.
The old timers letting it happen, yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. And I just think in my head, it's like these fucking new fans who are like, "Oh, I'm so offended by that. CM Punk's a piece of shit." Dude, CM Punk was just doing fucking pro wrestler things. This is what happens. It's not all fucking all friends, happy joy wrestling where everybody's gonna high five and shit. Dude, they've had more backstage fucking fights and incidents. Didn't Andrade slap the shit out of fucking what's his name?
Yep.
Didn't he Yeah, like he
And
went after
Kevin Sullivan did it too.
Dude,
Yeah, dude.
everybody has fought each other. There's been way more fights in AEW, and I'll say this too: AEW's in trouble.
Sick
That
motherfucker.
bullshit they aired, man.
Sick. Dude, that was dumb.
Dude, how dumb was that?
That was dumb. You basically it's basically like Machine Gun Kelly going at Eminem.
Yeah, that didn't work out.
It was just not a fucking smart move. It was a terrible move. The more I see it, the more I hear about it, the more I look and go, wow. And I'm gonna say this. I will put this out there, and I can't fact check this, and I don't really give a fuck, but I'm willing to bet that Mania weekend, from the start of World through SmackDown, Mania, Raw, that CM Punk injured doing commentary at Mania in a fucking suit made more money selling merch Mania weekend than they did for selling the gate for that fucking Dynamite show where they aired that footage. I'm willing to fucking bet the farm on that, dude.
For sure.
I like that's the difference.
You're talking about a show that's had to cut off half of the arena or put cameras specifically to where, we're not showing this side. That's not the hard camera side, or we're pushing people to the hard cam against the WWE, who are 19 weeks strong of straight fucking sellouts, dude.
Well, dude,
one is going this way and the other one's going this way.
A company that adjusted their entrances to accommodate more fans.
Yep.
Yes. Shorter walk, maybe shorter walk.
If you watched last week, though, Sammy's entrance in his hometown, that shit's pro wrestling. That's real fucking pro wrestling. The emotion, the excitement, that was pro wrestling.
It's almost like, and I'm going to say this in just regards to Jack Perry, is probably the best thing that's ever happened to him.
Oh yeah, for someone who can't wrestle, he's relevant. That
kid's so white meat, baby face, so. His dad was fucking Luke Perry in Beverly Hills 90210. He's got the pretty curly hair and the fucking loincloth and all that bullshit. Dude, he was never going to be Jungle Boy for the rest of his career. If he wants a shot at having a career, did he go about it the right way? Probably not. Old school standard, but just out of sheer respect, he should have shut the fuck up and done what he was told. But he's going to have a better shot at getting somewhere as a wrestler, because this is going to change his character and he's going to have to find a way. It's adapt or swim, or die.
Let me throw this in there real quick, Sean, while you're going on that. Now that I know Jack Perry can't fight and he's a bitch, I'm making my run at Anna Jay, baby. She's open game.
Dude, is Anna Jay not? That woman is fine.
Yeah. For someone who doesn't know how to fight, she's about to get ran at. She's going to get ran at.
As we would say back home, that girl's got a body like a back road. It just, oh my God, the curves on that girl. That is just, I digress.
Dangerous curves ahead, gentlemen.
All I know is this, man. If that was the fucking first shot of the real war, they fucking shot themselves in the foot so bad. Because I think it's been primarily universally panned by critics and pundits.
Oh yeah,
and anybody who matters outside,
except your AEW marks. Yeah,
outside of them, everybody looks at it as like a shitty move. It was a bad move. And it'll go down. In my opinion, it'll go down as one of those catalyst moves. Because where's Punk at? Punk's getting ready to go into one of the biggest money making feuds he's had in fucking years.
Yep. Yeah.
Which is the truth. The fucking Drew McIntyre feud is just
it's gonna be money.
It's gonna be absolute money. And they're on such an upweight. They're riding the wave. It's an upswing for them. Yep. They're selling out arenas. They're selling merch hand over fucking fist right now. Like, you can't go out anywhere without seeing somebody in fucking wrestling clothes right now.
Yeah, dude.
The last time I remember that is like I was in high school. It was the Attitude Era.
Mm-hmm.
Like where you would always see a Stone Cold shirt, a Rock shirt, NWO shirt, or fucking
ECW
shirt, something ECW. like
Yeah.
like around here especially. But like all of a sudden now it's like cool. Like you can go to PacSun and get retro. PacSun carries like retro, like fucking Bash at the Beach, fucking
Yeah.
shirts and shit.
Yeah.
It's wild.
And Joe, remember I got that second booklet, the what's it called? Fucking, the book thing for Mania.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got
Program?
that program. Thank you, sir. I got
You're
the
welcome.
second program from a friend of mine who had paid me before I went to Mania. Was like, it's all I want. Just grab that for me.
Mhm.
I went to send it to her. The dude at fucking UPS looked at it and said, "How much do you want for this?" And I said, "No, I'm sending it to somebody. They've already paid for it." He said, "I'll double it. I'll get you a fake fucking tracking code, and you can say I got lost."
Damn.
Dude.
Well, hopefully you didn't do that because you just told the world that you fucked your buddy over.
No, of course I didn't do that. She already got it.
Juan's counting his money on screen like
She
yeah, it was
already.
crazy, man.
The reason I
He's
tell
like,
is
"No, I
because
didn't."
she got it yesterday. I didn't do that. I'm just saying.
I
But
didn't
that's
figure you would, but-
influence.
I just saw a raffle online on TikTok get ready to go off for it's that one of the Nightmare weight belts signed by
Mhm.
Cody, right? But the other stuff that goes with it is the fucking cup for Mania
Ooh.
and a program. And I think and like 3 trading cards, two of Cody and one of Dusty. But like that was the fucking raffle I saw tonight that people are jumping in. They had those weight belts at fucking Raw
Yeah.
for $500 signed by Cody.
Jesus
They're like
Christ.
limited run, and I watched like fucking 4 people in front of me buy them.
Yeah. I wish I would.
When they said Cody made over $1 million in merch sales for Mania weekend, I don't fucking doubt it one bit, dude.
They're not lying.
Not
Well, dude, I
lying
mean,
one
like
bit.
I said, all those belts are now on eBay, and they range anywhere from $2,500 to I think I seen one of the gold 40th anniversary belt was like $5,000.
Yeah, and they had them there. They were at the Superstore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, they had so much good shit, but yeah, people are like, it's like such a weird time to go out and see just like so
Wrestling.
many people wearing like wrestling gear.
Roman.
Yeah.
It's a lot. I've seen a lot of Roman.
Yeah,
Which is
man.
really
Well, I
cool.
mean, the bloodline's kind of weaved its way in. If you watch an NBA game, a baseball game, football game, their music's playing
Yeah.
in the stadium. You're going to hear DX, man. You're going to hear the glass break. You're going to hear the bloodline
And
introduction.
Let's do this.
hold on real quick. Speaking of the bloodline, I want to take a moment here
real quick.
and fucking straight like Barry Horowitz pat myself on the back because we had a fucking debut on SmackDown. Who called that shit? Fucking Mania weekend, Jovan. You were there.
I was not willing to pay $250 for shit seats in Detroit to fucking go, but you called it. You fucking called it. Tama Tonga did show up.
I told you.
And now that they've signed Jacob Fatu, man, I'm interested to see. I think there's going to be a story inside the bloodline, maybe.
Bloodline Civil War. It has to go to fucking War Games. It has to.
Jacob Fatu coming off the top of that cage, brother.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be so fucking sick. People wouldn't know what to do. Casual
That
fans
shit'll-
who know who he is wouldn't know what to do.
That shit will be stuffed as a motherfucker.
Dude, and that'll be fucking replayed for the next 25 fucking years.
Oh,
dude.
yeah, dude. That shit's going to
Yeah.
be harder than fucking porn star cock. It's going to be ridiculous how stiff
Yeah.
that match is.
For sure. But
Ridiculous.
yeah, your boy out here just calling shit left and right. And I told you after Raw, because we were like, oh, we didn't get debuts, but the show was still good. Yeah, blah, 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 all that back and forth. And I was like, yo, Tama Tonga's coming on fucking SmackDown or Fatu. One of them.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
And we got Tama, and I was like, there it is. And I know you were kicking yourself too. You're like, motherfucker. I should have went.
pissed. I was so pissed. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was even in office on Friday. I could have just fucking walked to the damn stadium, but I was like, I'm not gonna spend $300. I just got back from Mania.
Right. Which is exactly why I thought you would go.
I'm not
I really
Dennis.
did. Like, I just went to Mania. I might as well go to fucking Tamataga's going to be there.
Happy birthday, Dennis.
Happy
We love
birthday,
you.
brother. We
Happy
love you.
birthday.
He did not join us tonight for anybody wondering. He's not in the backstage. He's not feeling well. He's partying too hard like a rock star on his birthday.
Yeah, as long as he keeps it like, not like Diddy or anything, I think we're okay.
Not like Sean wrestling the shop coach.
If Dennis is in the group chat and shares a picture of like, hey guys, look, I was hanging out with Meek Mill for my birthday. I'm like, well, fuck, dude. Whoa.
Don't take something that was beautiful and make it dirty, man. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. Be better.
Be better than what?
I know that you grew up in Texas and you was basically raised on hate and racism, but just
who grew up in Texas? Who are you talking to, Jovan?
He's shooting at me because I made a reference
Yeah.
at the shop coach again.
Man, don't take something beautiful and make it dirty.
Dude, how was it tough getting all that sawdust from shop class out of your ass crack or what?
I know, man.
Yeah, it's not dirty yet, but it will be.
Did he give you his own special wood glue or what?
Oh, it's a far sight better than dealing with that. It's a far sight better than dealing with that Philly uncle of yours, I'm pretty sure.
Hey, look,
Come here.
It's not my fault I got dropped off at his fucking house every other weekend. I didn't ask.
I didn't ask for it. Well, I'm Catholic, so that's all that we need to say about that.
Jesus fucking Christ.
No, just joking. I'm joking, dude.
In nomine Patrick, clap those ass cheeks.
Actually, if we're being honest, my grandmother, God bless, and hopefully she never watches this, but
make it go away.
She tried to make me do altar boy shit with one of the little churches in a small town that she was living in, because she was like, "Oh, you need to get right with the Lord, and you need to start praying, and you need to be an altar boy."
Did she think the priest was lonely?
Was it your grandma getting railed by like fucking Nature Boy Buddy Rogers or some shit? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was after that. She was already older, and when you get
Carlos Colon was sneaking across the border.
That's the good thing.
And Mr. Fuji just spit roasting your grandma or what? Like
that's the good thing about being
doing that backdoor Steiner recliner.
Hold on, dude. That's the good thing about religion, man, is once you go into it, anything that happened before it never happened. So yeah,
it's kind of like coming to work at WWE.
Yeah, anything that happened before never happened.
Right. But NDA guys, whatever.
It's NDAs. Yeah. No, dude, but yeah, she tried to maybe do all that.
Which should stand for no doubt about it.
Like, I'm not doing
no doubt about it. That shit happened. Yeah,
that's because your grandma was out there partying with the fucking Freebirds back in the day, dude.
Snorting coke off Gino Hernandez's penis.
Fucking Michael Hayes. Took a lot of bumps tonight, buddy, but none in the ring.
There you go.
As long as you said Michael Hayes and not Terry Gordy, we're all right.
He's standing up, looking Gino in the eye, and he's like, I'm bad. I'm bad.
Are you guys finished? Are we done? Are we done? Are we cooling down now? That's fantastic.
Are we on the cool down period right now?
We are on the cool down period.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
I was going just let's cool down with the little degenerate picks, man. If you guys would have talked to me yesterday, I would have told you to take the Lakers. I would have told you to take the 76ers. I would have told you not to take LeBron with the 30 points, not to take Embiid with the 30 points, and I would have taken Maxey at 25. So we have in full swing the NBA playoffs. And with that, Joe's team has already secured the Knicks. My team has we've got the Nuggets. Sean's team plays Friday, right, for the play-in?
Oh, and they fucking looked on fire last night.
Dude,
I was so fucking hyped from the Sixers that I ended up fucking watching the Bulls game too.
I watched the Sixers game. That's funny.
It was a hell of a game, dude.
Dude, yo, they were not dude. Atlanta, I know they had a push in like the end of the second quarter into the third, but that game was, dude, that game from the first quarter, I was like, there's no fucking way the Chicago team's not winning this game.
My only real concern about Friday is Caruso's got a pretty bad strained right ankle. It looks like
They reevaluated.
Yeah, so I'm hoping.
Yo, they're also saying that fucking Jimmy Buckets is out too.
Yeah,
Jimmy Buckets is going to be out a few weeks, but Caruso has a chance to play.
So I'm actually hoping that we get through this. Get in. Obviously Chicago's not going to win it, man, but we're a pretty scary team. I think. I don't think anybody wants to play us.
The way y'all played last night, I wouldn't want to.
Dude, wait. But Chicago last night,
dude, they were tight. Yeah.
Chicago last night looked like Miami last year.
Yeah,
when they knocked off the Bucks in the first round as the fucking AC.
Yeah.
Like that to me was the same fucking team. So I think they win. I think they beat Miami on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's the case, dude, Boston better not fucking sleep on that team. But
Boston, dude, Hayward, them guys are.
I understand, but you and I both know it, man. There's those one seeds that'll sleep on somebody like that, and those kids don't got fucking nothing to lose. That's a young ass team.
Cody White's hitting his shot. He's finding ways to make it.
He put up 40 last night.
Yeah, man.
Fuck, dude. Like he was
on
fire.
Playing great defense. Yeah,
I'm just gonna say, like, our fucking bench last night came through.
Yeah,
big time.
Batum was off the bench with fucking 20 points. He was like, what, fucking 5 for 7 in threes?
Yep.
Or he killed it. Just a real quick shout out to Joel Embiid. I tried on a pair of his fucking signature Skechers yesterday. Dude, those shoes are fucking dope.
Yeah.
I'm not even bullshitting. Skechers basketball, they are fucking dope.
Dude, they got a couple guys signed to them too.
I'm getting a pair.
Did they make you want to go rolling?
No, dude.
Rolling.
Wow, what a callback, Javon.
Thank you.
No, I was just saying, like the big fella's got to be comfy.
Oh,
I mean, like
that's a big motherfucker.
If Joe Montana and his no cartilage fucking knees are out there wearing Skechers, bro, like.
Yeah,
I gotta let the big fella rock them. Like, go with the Skechers.
Dude, I was actually kind of. They're a nice and they're a good looking shoe too. It's a good looking shoe, bro.
This segment brought to you by Skechers. Get them while you can.
Orthopedic fit.
Real old shit.
Real orthopedic shit. Oh my god. Yeah.
You guys want some picks, man? Take. I'm gonna do this here. Let's go take the Bulls, take the Kings.
Yeah.
Then if you want to go series wise, take the Nuggets, Clippers, and Suns. I think those are my locks. Nuggets, Clippers, Suns for their first rounders.
Okay.
Make some good money there.
Pretty safe bets right there.
Not really. Clippers and Mavericks could go to the Mavericks, but the way Luka's been playing down the stretch, once he gets a little heated,
Well, dude, as long as they don't piss him off, they should be fine. He don't get really going until somebody gets in his face, and then he'll drop 50 on you, and it's fucking blink of an eye.
Somebody fat shamed him like they did Sheamus, and fucker dropped 50 to be who's fat now?
Yeah. Anybody that talks shit to that kid should be like drug over to the bench and beaten. Just keep your fucking mouth shut. Don't trigger him.
Yeah.
It's like putting a white dude. That's like putting a white dude on Larry Bird. That's just disrespectful. Don't fucking do it. Don't do it.
Dude, I'm feeling like I'm pretty fucking hyped on the NBA playoffs this year.
I am
Me too. Because the playing games have been great.
The playing games were fucking fire so far.
Well, dude, anytime a Chicago team's in contention, it's a time to celebrate because we just don't get that very often anymore. So, and dude, I love the Bulls. I'm probably more of a Bulls fan than I am a Bears or a Cubs fan. It's just
Bulls.
Dude, I'm taking the underdogs, man. I'm taking Philly in 6 over the Knicks, bro.
I think
I would love that. Yeah,
I think it happens. I think the big fella gets enough rest and comes out, because you got to understand this. That man, even coming back in the last like fucking 2 weeks of the season, he's still averaging more points than fucking minutes played.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And put
Like-
some stock in Brunson not being able to play when pressure is there.
Embiid he's a different level, bro. He's just a different level.
Dude, Embiid had a game a week ago. He dropped 30 points in like fucking 27 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, and you gotta remember, watch him last night. Like, you can still see it in him last night. He don't have a lot in the tank. He's still not in basketball like fucking season shape. Like, he's struggling to get there. Motherfucker put up 30 in 27 minutes, coming back off a fucking meniscus injury, out for 8 weeks. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, and by the way, he's on fucking Team USA basketball this summer too. So good luck. Good luck, rest of the world.
Shout out Caitlin Clark being the #1 draft. Shout out the fact that she made $3 million in college, and her starting pay in the WNBA is a #1 draft pick in an American professional league. She'll be making $76,000.
Yeah, shout out to Caitlin Clark for being the #1 draft pick and making as much money as a fucking property manager at a fucking
for sure, right?
For a luxury apartment community. Like, bro, that's insulting. That's so insulting.
I know you should make more money, Joe.
I should.
We're gonna send out a shout out to Angel Reese too for being the newest member of the Chicago Sky. So I'm excited to see her play at the United Center this year. That'll be awesome.
Yeah,
at least somebody will be.
Here's the thing: the WNBA is sports, like baby. WNBA gets the majority of their fucking like still not a majority. I don't know if it's a majority anymore, but a huge chunk of their funds from the NBA still.
Yeah, so it's accurate.
Well, here's my thing, man, and I'm gonna go ahead, dude. I'll make.
They don't bring in the revenue. They don't have the TV deals. They don't have the sponsorships. That's why they're paid. No, that's true, and we've been saying that since they've been funded. You know, Brittany Griner was supposed to change that because she was supposed to be the phenom that brought eyes to the product. It didn't happen.
Brittany Griner is a great talent, man, but Brittany Griner in your face is probably the reason why it didn't pan out. She's not what America wants. And that's a shame because she's a great
America wants a Midwestern white girl. Oh,
no, dude. No, that's not what I meant at all.
Taylor Swift all over again.
I know, but it's just funny.
What they don't want is a tall, tattooed lesbian who's very proud of being a lesbian, and and that's bullshit. Brittany Griner's a great talent. She still is a great basketball player. The first game I ever watched on TV was the 1979 NCAA championship between Indiana State and Michigan State, which was the first time Larry Bird and Magic Johnson competed against each other. Then they went to the NBA the very next year, and that time everybody in the NBA had a coke problem and a police record, and these two guys, one black, one white, set the world on fire and was on TV every single weekend. You have Angel Reese, which is considered to be one of the top 3 to 5 players, female, in the United States right now in Chicago, and has won 2 national championships and beat Caitlin Clark in the finals. And then you have Caitlin Clark in Indiana. These two girls are going to see each other minimum 10 to 12 times a year. If they do this right, what Magic and Larry did for the NBA, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and a couple of these other girls that are coming out right now are going to have the opportunity to do that for their league. Caitlin Clark is the most watched female basketball athlete in decades. It's going to be a big deal when you have it was the same way in the 80s. Larry Bird was a great white basketball player, and there just wasn't a lot of us in the league at that time. Whether you want to play into the color thing or not, he didn't. But if you want to play it into or not, the competitiveness of these two very similar basketball players who came from 2 different worlds and competed against each other raised it up. And I can see these 2 girls doing the same thing in the WNBA because people want to watch them play. They've proven that. 14.2 million people watched them play twice.
I'm not too far from Indiana. I might go to a game.
Yeah, but
Gentlemen,
All I'm saying is this, man. I don't know if it'll ever catch on. You're going against monsters.
Oh yeah, for sure.
NBA, well established, things like MLB, NFL. I hate to say it, but it's a catch-22. WNBA exists because the NBA wants to expand the market. It's a business venture more than it is anything else, and that's unfortunately the reality of how the world works. Are they talented? Yeah, unbelievably so. I mean, fucking Reggie Miller will tell you himself he's not the best shooter in his fucking family.
Oh yeah, Cheryl Miller was.
And he's dead ass fucking serious about it.
Yeah,
and
Cheryl Miller was the greatest female basketball player of all time, current up to this date.
Exactly. And Cheryl Miller didn't get her fucking flowers like she probably deserved. And I feel for these ladies working their ass off, being a pro athlete and making as much as fucking, regular people jobs. I mean, this is like fucking baseball in the 1920s, some dickhead just got done fucking running a plumbing main and he's like, oh shit, I gotta go play at Yankee Stadium tonight.
Right. Well, then Caitlin Clark signed with Nike, right? So she got like a 3-year multi-million-dollar deal with Nike.
Yeah, their money comes from outside sourcing, not the league itself.
Her and Angel Reese are both millionaires before they even made it to the NBA.
Oh, for sure. Sure. Like the NIL and all that stuff. Yeah, their money is all endorsement. But then again, it's the same. That's the same as LeBron. Yeah. LeBron don't make shit in the NBA compared to what he makes from fucking Nike.
Yeah.
Well, Michael Jordan didn't either, man. He made $9 million. That was the most he made on a 1-year contract. And that was the last year he played in Chicago.
And Jordan was the one who brought that.
Why?
If Michael didn't fight for it, nobody would be where they are now. But gentlemen, let's call this a night. I want to end on this, and we can wrap up with the video shortly after. Are we ready?
Yeah.
It's just because I love this.
You and your little fucking Guido sweatsuit, man.
Drunk dudes behind us loved it.
Look like Tommy 2 times.
For sure.
That's Tommy 2 times walking down the aisle right there, baby.
I sent you the still photo on Messenger too. Fucking.
I'm gonna go get the papers. Get the papers.
Well, everybody, we'll call it a night. See you next week.
Later, motherfuckers.
The real shit.
Joey, what are you doing over there?
Leave
me alone. I'm doing my Razor Ramon.
Yo, Caitlin Clark makes as much as an Uber driver in the city of Philadelphia per year. Like, think about that. Put that into perspective. This girl has fucking just absolutely like taken over fucking Sports Center. A monster, an absolute fucking monster. And she's making the same amount as the fucking Uber driver who kicked us out in fucking Center City.
Fucking Dominican bastard.
That's appalling. That's appalling to me. But it's the world we live in, man. It's the fucking business it is. I tell my daughter that all the time. I'm like, you're gonna have to work twice as fucking hard to get half as much. This is it. I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. And maybe someday it'll change for you, but you got to prepare yourself. You got to have to work harder than everybody else just to get any fucking recognition. And they're still not going to want to give it to you.
Yeah. Well,
I let her fucking know that all the time.
And it's going to
Hashtag
be worse
girl
because
dad.
you're smart and you're pretty.
Yeah.
You throw pretty in that mix, dude, you better be fucking great.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They're always going to belittle it because of your looks.
Sorry, bro.
Legends of the Ring Sting, man. This is a great figure, old school figure. Looks great. It's Sting! Old school Sting from WCW. Guys, you know us, 3/4 of the Shootin' Shit team, and we're here with a listener just like you guys. This is Jimmy from Super Powers Comics.
My friend of almost 20 years. He's known him since you were 12.
If you know people in Chicago, you probably know Dennis because he knows half the town, of course. But shooters, if you need action figures, comics, wrestling memorabilia, we just showed you Sting. Superpowers Comics will put up their QR code so you can get a good look at everything they have coming. Give it a shot, shooters. Get your superpowers on and get your comics from our friend Jimmy, who listens just like you.
Attention wrestling fans and fans of Shootin' Shit podcasts. You can now be one of the cool kids by going to ProWrestlingTees.com and buy the official Shootin' Shit t-shirt. Buy it now and be there at ringside.
Starting at 1 p.m. Eastern on Friday, April 19th, and running all the way to 1 p.m. Eastern on April 22nd. Save 25% off all AEW merchandise, 30% off all New Japan merchandise, and 20% off everything else on ProWrestlingTees.com, including the Shootin' Shit t-shirt. Be sure to check us out on YouTube at www.youtube.com/@SHOOTINGSHT. Find us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/groups/SHOOTINSHT. Check us out on TikTok at SHOOTINSHIT. And you can buy your official Shootin' Shit shirt at www.ProWrestlingTees.com/SHOOTINSHT. And thanks for watching.